Hello and welcome back to The Last Flame. So far we've done 2 battles, won both of them fortunately, and we're on to Adventurer mode. Hopefully, straight win, progress to Challenger, because I really just want to start churning some Flame Master games. So, let's crack in. Ascension, Adventurer, beautiful. And let's see what the game has to present us this time. I didn't really sleep last night, so kind of operating off fumes. I'm hoping that doesn't distract me from a win here. We seem to be offered the same characters every single time. Azura, Aya, XY09. I think I can't do it again. I'm not going to choose the same guys again. Let's go for something a little bit different. I think XZ is one of the worst tanks. I've never had much luck with him. He's good early on, but then just drops off a cliff, once you progress into the matches. I don't know, after probably Act 1, because he doesn't really have self-scaling. He doesn't, in terms of damage or health. Kasara, as I've mentioned, is awesome. Azura's, we've done him to death, so let's do someone else. Arya's okay, but there's no other synergy going on here. I find Marco can be quite good, and I like Geralt, or Geralt, however you want to say it if you're a The Witcher 3 fan. So I'm going to go Geralt Marco, but we do need to look out for a tank and a healer. We did just get Dagon as well, so maybe we could do minions, but there's no other minion character here, so no. Marco, Geralt. We'll take a look at the map. So what I like to look for here is an early campfire, a late shop, and then in between the two, one elite. So that's quite a nice path, but there's no exclamation marks, and my eye is always drawn to the Dino Skull when I see it. So if we go here, it's high risk, high reward. So it's got an early exclamation mark, which is good to give us those trophies, which will hopefully help us take him out. The thing is though, if he messes us up, we don't have much of an escape route because we have to verse one more elite up here. I think risk it to get the biscuit. Let's go. Let's just do it and see how we go. Now, I just realized this is kind of anti-synergistic because he needs to be further away from the enemy to increase his crit chance, but he needs to be close to his allies to give him the buff. So I think we can probably get it in that range there. Does it tell us the range of that? So it's it will get this tile here, but not that one. So we'll put him there, and that's kind of like the best of both worlds. Let's go. Again, overthinking. It's the early matches. Yeah, that just got him there. So just remember that positioning. He did a fair bit of damage. Tank healer. Alright. Layla it is. Sends out the teddy bear. Does damage based on spell power, taunts, and has some pretty good self-sustain. So, good enough for me right now. Now, what do our heroes want? He likes a bit of spell power to increase the crit from 25 and above. He also likes this item here because it brings his 70, which is boosted by his power, up even further. So if I put that on him, he will cap at 100% crit, because this is probably going to get up another 10% based on this 28 spell power, and then he'll get another 12. So that's a good item for him. And then what does this guy want? Gain shield for bleed. He likes crit as well, but he's going to get it from there. Probably just a bit of attack speed, I reckon. So I'm going to go Novice Staff, and then attack speed or health for Berry Boy if I get it first. Nah, let's just go raw attack speed. Here we go. Perfecto. Right, second match. Same logic as before. Keep him as far as he can behind enemies. Yeah, and she's doing alright already. Cool. Out of interest, what is her crit up to? 37, 49's pretty decent, and yeah, 89. So that's quite nice when he actually procs himself. Okay. We're not dealing with sorry. We're not dealing with Frost. However, this is a crit heavy character with a bit of heal. Every time he crits, he heals. And every time he crits, he inflicts Frost. And we are critting quite heavily with this team. So that's not a bad choice. We're not doing any shock, so it's not Zanmar. And Rinji is good, but in our team, we need a healer. And if we choose Rinji, that's our team. And we don't really have much bleed application other than Marco, so Rinji will only be applying a few more bleeds. I actually think James. I think James. It's a bit of an odd pick, given our current team composition, but we'll see how it goes. We do have the 3 attack, gain 1 spell power for every bleed or shock. He's after attack damage. Raw attack damage, so that his 10% multiplier kind of boosts him further. So I don't think we're choosing this. I don't think we're choosing this because we don't have any shield yet. That's got a bit boring. Ooh, we could be stacking on the Frost, going double with the Frost, but I don't know how this item here works with the bear. So if I put it on her, does the bear get that ability? One moment, it's a bit cold in here. Alright, back. So, what were we saying? Yeah, I don't know how that works on Layla. Otherwise, I would choose it, because that would pair well with James applying Frost. So it'd be like, you know, double application. No. We're a bit lost here. We need some... Our hero composition isn't great, so... What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna choose this to open up a different tank who can pair with James, and that might open us up into Frost instead of Bleed. And I'm not liking our chances here with the double elite, but hey, whatever. Perfecto. That would open us up with shield. These two aren't really good bleed appliers. Oh, she's okay, actually. Ideally, I can choose both of these, because then that enhances our bleed capacity with Marco by amplifying his damage. And then Naomi will give us shield, which also goes well with him. But we can't choose both, so let's just double down on bleed and see where that takes us. And that's a perfect caster amulet for her. And I'm going to choose health for our tank because they're a bit squishy, which means we're probably looking to trade out James for a healer. Oh. Lovely. That's really good, but we only have one form of frost application. So that would be really good if I can apply that to her. What else do we have? Crit strikes, no. Defense, every 5 seconds, no, because we're not summoned. Oh, alright, bleed it is. There we go. Accidental good bleed build, except 2 characters to switch out, bring everyone together. And I think we do put the tab on, because I feel like we're doing alright. Bronze Drakes to increase their attack speed, which is reduced because of the caster amulet. I think I actually get Snow Muscle to leave it open in case we keep James, and then we can throw that on someone else. And we have so many trophies because of the Dino Skull. See how we can just level everyone up? It's just so valuable. We're not really stunning. Not either damage. I think we go critical form and give that to our caster. And then we can switch, yeah, because we can switch these 2 abilities really well now between these 2. So we have this here, which will increase our critical strike for every attack damage and spell power, whichever is lowest. And he increases attack damage. So if we find a way to increase his spell power, that's kind of okay, but I kind of prefer this, because then it gives him shield to start with, and then he gains attack damage with shield, and then spell power. So this is kind of like this is self-perpetuating. So he's going to gain more shield, from his damage, which will increase his spell power, which will increase his damage. So that's a clear pick for me. And then Geralt, give him another level. Why not? More spell power would increase the crit for everyone. I think he doesn't need more crit chance from his base ability because this bumps him up. Once he procs this, that goes up to 100 roughly. We can get him to cast more with the mana regen, but I think actually I'm just gonna go attack speed. He can be maybe a status inflictor, and I probably should have put 4 points into the tank, but that's okay. We'll see how we go here. Yeah, so there goes our tank. This is a bit cheeky. I think we can still win it. Just if we, yeah, he got one proc off of the aura, which is really what I was looking for. I don't mind losing 3 heroes if it means winning an early tab, which we did do. A ding. So we want bleed. There's some bleed mana regen. I'll take it. And no. Ooh. 10 crit to the team. So that'd bring him to 70. That would give her something. Oh, 10 crit is good. But just some shield. Because then it's gonna... Yeah, that's right. It's gonna increase his attack damage. I think we actually just go then because it's survivability for our tank, but it's also attack damage for him. And it will also allow me to check, does the bear get it if the tank gets it? Oh, wow. He's really loving life at the moment. He's got a very good combination of skills. Alright. A little annoying, because I'm going to have to put him with aggro of one of them. And also not distant from allies for his thing here, but that's okay. This should be a pushover fight. We're not dealing any burn damage. We don't really want a max health reduced. And that's kind of useless. Oh, man, it's a bit lame. I'll choose that just in case I want to switch it later. And I'm going to put the tab on. Again, we might lose a few units, but I think it's worth it. As long as Geralt gets one proc off, then he should carry the fight, which he's doing right now. Yep, lovely. Now, Many Faces Mask is one of my favorite items. It's just so powerful to give everyone else's ability. In this case, pretty bad abilities. Like, self-sustain's good. Out of all these, that's my favorite because it just applies more bleed with crits. So we could give that to him because he's critting quite a lot. Yeah, I think that's what I do. Except this is wasted on him. This is good on him, and this is good on him. So it's not perfect. What I'll do, I'll grab this, and I'll actually fuse it to the small quiver and put the small quiver on him. So that way, because small quiver goes to, like, it works well on all my units other than the caster. So I can just switch around if I do want to change my mind later. Yeah. And then we want every 2 seconds. Wow, I didn't realize that was uncapped. So technically we can get some serious casting going with that. And I am going to just put this on her. I don't think we have too much to lose by doing that. It does just increase this damage a little. Oof. I might regret this later. But I can always buy another item. What am I saying? Before I do it, can I level anyone else? I can. James. So we're not doing shock, unlike last run. These are all absolutely useless. Like, just in case I do shock, I'll grab that, but it's not doing anything for us right now. And I think I do want to see other heroes. I would like some more synergy here, and I would like a healer. Sorry, James. Oh, that works. Like, there's some good crit. So, good options, but this character works really well. Because we can trade Omni Crit to her with one of those passives that we picked up in another character. She's a healer. Yeah, perfect. Sorry, James. You do feel kind of well with your frost, but we do need that heals. Okay, bring her in. And level her up. Every time the hero crits, get shield equal to 25%. That's some nice sustainability. Every time you attack, you get a random debuff. So that's pretty good for the bleed. Her crit chance will be high because of Geralt, although I'm not going to scale her attacks. I'm going to scale her spells, but she will have Omni crit. Tough one. Actually, I'm gonna go critical protection because I think at the end of the game, like down the track, that's gonna be better for some survivability for she's in the front line and she's healing. I think it's gonna give her more survivability. That though, you could argue for that for sure because more debuffs is always better. Debuffs is my favorite comp. One of. I have lots of favorites. This game is just it's just good. So speaking of which, do I want to give her the abilities? Increase quick chance, a distance, so she's not a distance character. She will gain self-healing, which is nice. And magic. Oh, magic self-healing. God, she'll just be absolutely unkillable. Which she kind of already is because of these two, so let's just play it like this for now and see how it goes. Yeah, she's doing some good healing. Our tanks survived. Yeah, so she did get the shield. Now, I find a really good item for Layla is defense, because you can see at the bottom there, 125% of defense goes to the pet. So that's a good item for her to keep her alive. I wouldn't mind some spell power over here, because 15 mana regen this early is insane. So if we give her a bit of spell power, she'll really just kind of take off. Although, now that I'm seeing the caster amulet, I want that on Cora because she's kind of healing everyone. Shame I can't see the crit after the buff because I want to see if that's really going to have much of an impact, because that's pretty decent self-sustain with 10% lifesteal. I'm going to go long spear. I like the idea of one defensive and one offensive hex style, so you can hopefully take a position in the right way. And next exclamation mark. So I saw Voight's actually comment on this, and ever since he did, I follow the same kind of logic. You take this, it's pretty straightforward, because you can actually stun this middle guy. If you put your worst character here, stun him, and then just carry on. So we can't stun him, we need his crits. Same logic with this guy. Oh god. I think right now Layla's our least damaged character, but if we don't put her in, we might just get squished like bugs. Who am I throwing away? I don't think her, him, or him. I think it has to be Cora, interestingly. Sorry, Cora. And I'll just put it like this. See how we go. Can I level anyone or not? Not with much benefit. Alright. See you, Cora. Alright, what I'm hoping is that he does lots of casts due to AoE damage and deal damage to the boss before it wakes up. Yeah, cool. Awesome. I've not actually used her very much, so it's nice to actually see her come into play and be somewhat effective with the bleed scales. Well, you know my opinion on this. Oh, that goes really well with her, right? Because she's getting a lot of mana, infinite actually with that. And then that mana is actually, that's, yeah, self-perpetuating. You know I love it. I'm going to put this, because of that, I'm going to put this over here and go like that. Now what's going to happen is these extra debuffs that this is planting, it's creating more mana and it's just cycling through. And which is then causing more bleed, which does more damage. So I'm pretty happy how, what's her name? Nalua is turning out. Alright, we haven't got a team passive yet. So, we don't have very good mana regen. We don't have great max health. I don't mind this one here. Of all these ones, they're all pretty lame. Because we're not dealing frost, defense. We're not dealing with max HP. I think it's this one, because we regen quite a lot because of Nalua, which will increase our healing received, and that will help out Korra and Layla. So it'll help keep our tank alive, and then eventually we get more shield for everyone, which can synergize with some items. Cool. Alright, so let's do a double enchant. For sure it's this, because that's just pretty ridiculous. And I think we're okay to double enchant. Consequence 3. 25? We'll survive. Oh, it's this boss as well. I should have. I should have checked that before I clicked it, but whatever. So we'll give her more... What's this called? Shield. And it's lowest HP, so hopefully that means he still goes to her. Because technically her HP is the lowest of the team. Maybe that actually is meant to say effective. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. And we'll just clump everyone together. And I reckon we can put a tab on this, because we went through that exclamation mark and we have 25 more of these. This is what I mean. Dino really carries hard. And for now, I am gonna do the tank, who would like some more. What does she want? Defense. And I'm actually gonna take her to level 4 to give her another ability. Lifesteal and attack speed scaling is great. Oh, or double attack. That's insane. Oh my goodness, she is now very strong. Need to get rid of that because I'm not sure the bear can actually crit, but she's got double bleeding attack scaling, which is base attack and percentage, and it's non-capped. So we just, now our focus is just get the bleeds out of there. Cool. I guess we can give Geralt another passive as well. Every 4 seconds, bleed, shock. This is cool. Every 4 seconds, deal 2 bleeds to the enemy that I strike, but it also does extra damage based on its attack damage, which will scale with this. So I think that's the play. Lovely. Let's go. And the dragon did actually attack Nalua, so... but then eventually, who was that? Oh, that was Geralt. Still won, and remember, that was tabbed, so I expect to get at least 1 or 2 losses with a tabbed fight. Oh, Liam. I love Liam. Liam can... So what happens is he builds up these mushroom arrows, as it says in the description here, and then he shoots them all out at once on a crit, so we have a naturally high crit team. But if you get those items that apply like a blade on attack, he essentially just throws out like 20 bleeds at once. I really like him. I'm definitely keeping him around to replace someone. Probably this guy. Like, I like him. This is with 2 empty slots. He's got 376 damage. That's wild. Yeah, these abilities all go very well together. I'm very lucky this run. Oh, wow. More spoil for choice. So who's attacking fast that we want to proc their ability a lot? Because that's really good for that. Liam, actually. 3 crits, lands mana. Just kind of like shoot out his volleys. She's not attacking much. Like in terms of speed. So I don't think it goes on her. I don't really want that on my tank. I want kind of a... I guess I should beef up her health. She is our only tank. The healing is good because that's the thing about Korra. She'll shoot and heal both Layla and the bear, and because they have joint health, it's like a double heal. Korra works really well with Layla. I think based on that logic, I've just convinced myself to get the gladiator helmet. Let's just get Layla's health up. So we want exclamation marks, and then maybe we want shops. So what's the next act? Can we get lots of shops and exclamation marks? So I like a double fire. Shop, double fire, exclamation. No elites. I think that's the path, and do we want to duplicate them? So if we wanted to duplicate one of these, we'd consider this Explorer's Hat, but we don't yet. I find this is a bit of hit and miss. So I'm gonna go here and we'll go to a few shops along the way, and we've actually filled out our tabs already, so I'm happy. I don't really like this fight. It's just too much of a splits up your characters. And these bowls, just because they should just go out in every direction, it tags out your lower health characters. That's okay. She's actually scaling nicely as well with this passive share. So it seems like we have a pretty solid winning run here. Next up would be scaling the base spell power here, because she gets 50. Not sure where from. She does get 50. And more HP now makes a lot of sense on Layla because she does have this this ability here on cast. Cool. Alright. Cora needs some of this, and I did say I wanted more health. But yeah, right. Let's do it. Alright, tank sorted. Needs one more forge, sorry. So keep an eye out, and this is exciting because we get to buy a relic. Frost, no, that's okay. We're not doing summons, and we're not stunning, so these are kind of all useless. So what I'll do is get the dandelion and maybe switch it out later. That is what I was talking about with Liam. This item is gonna do so well, and this is gonna, like I said in the first run, this Amber Sword is awesome. Uncapped scaling. So then what do I want to attach that stuff to? What is our team? Who's doing the most crits? So the crit item's probably going on this guy. And and then who's attacking the most? It's also him. No, I'll tell you what. This crit item is going on little Geralt. Now he has some infinite scaling, so he's good. This guy self-scales completely, so he'll be good at the very end battle already. She's good with Cora, so we need to work on Cora. They're good with regen, so they need spell power. And this item fits into none of those categories, so I think we just put him with attack speed. I'd like to beef up his attack speed as much as possible, which none of these items do, unfortunately. And are we going to go to any other shops? Unlikely. I'm probably going to go to this elite instead of a shop, so I can spend all my money. Which might just be crit chance on him. Alright. So now what I can do with this is put the regen on her and spell, sorry, I want to do spell power and regen. So that way she's got a bit of spell power to go over all these casts. I want to do crit chance on him because this, in combination with this, will give him 100% crit chance likely. And I'll give him this as well, so it's inflicting more bleeds. Casting, and then the arrow should inflict bleeds on everyone it lands on as well. His ability here. And then I'll maybe just make it so Geralt casts quicker at the start of the match to make sure he doesn't die before he casts, because that's so important to just clear out the map. That's nice, but we've got Geralt. I like this. It's good for survivability. Our mana regen's not bad, especially with Nalua and Cora with 9 and 12, which keeps going up more and more. This gives survivability for everyone and heals substantially our tanks. So no, I'm not going to change. I'm going to enchant. And you best believe the infinite scaler is getting that. Cool. This might, yeah, this is not great going here now. So I might actually dodge it just to get a few more items because we've got nothing to enchant. All we can do is hope to get the double bleed node, but I kind of think I'd rather survivability. Right. Doop-a-doop. What I don't want is splitting the group in half. So let's just focus on one side first. And hit play. And our team's jumping around a lot, which I like to see, because it means everyone's serving a different role. And Nalu is really doing well with bleeds. And let's see how many bleeds we got out there in the end. Yes, he did 51 between both his attachment and also his ability. He did 2 casts. So he didn't cast many bleeds. This is all mainly from his item. And she cast a lot, so she got 58 out there, as well as a bit of frost. A bit of frost? Oh! So that applies frost, and that is giving them more frost. A little bit counter synergistic, but at the same time, frost increases spell damage, so like who cares? I want more bleed. There's not even a second thought there. And we just need to focus on the characters that have the highest attack speed. I might even put this on him. Split the items up so that we can kind of keep them open to other things each. Lovely. Easy peasy. We're looking quite well to win this. I hadn't thought of it before, but the Cora Bear, Layla combo is really nice for healing. This damage is quite low. This isn't gonna be endgame, so we need to really find some damage dealing scalers. Come on, game. I don't have infinite health to play with. And because of that, I'm not even gonna do one more roll. I'll grab some flat attack damage, which should pair nicely if I look here with this anyway, so not that I can put it on anyone. How interesting. Just our passives get her up to 181. Wow. God, she's not doing poorly either. And more damage for the bear is good because then it heals more with his cast, but also this ability here. Am I just trying to come up with an excuse to do this? Nah, I can't justify it. 300 minus health to your tank. No thanks. I wish this was the bleed option. It's always just these two. Imagine if I got 2 bleed orbs. This would be done and dusted. Burn is more synergistic, my understanding, with attacks, so that's what we're going to go for. It also gives us, what I like about that is it gives us 2 items to trade out for those relics that like need you to delete an item. God, we got so many trophies. Let's get someone another passive. He's got no mana regen, so we could get him to cast more. Every 2 attacks, yes, debuff. Every crit, he doesn't really need more survivability with everything else that's going on, and he doesn't have any defense for the heal with Stoneheart. So it's robotic arm for sure, and we're pretty happy with that as well. Let's get Cora up. So her survivability is quite high. More crit is good, because I don't think Geralt gets her there with the crit, but obviously these 2 things are really good as well with her, because it gives her more damage. I'm gonna go crit. Because it gives them more shield. We just need to get her Omni-Crit with her 3rd ability. So hopefully, we have something bad here that I can trade to someone else who has Omni-Crit. So yeah, Geralt's got Omni-Crit, which doesn't do anything because he's doing it an area buff, not damage. So if there's an item here that gives Geralt more attack power, every time the word does ethereal damage without... Okay, so he does ethereal damage, and which would apply burn, which I'm not unhappy with. Because it's like secondary strategy. It doesn't really need defense. Cool. All right. So switch these 2 passives around and we got it. I did not mean to do that. Whoops. Come on, Layla. Yeah, this is sick. I kind of felt like I stumbled in this one. I got brain fog. Feeling a bit like off today. But just churn through the battle. Attack speed, attack speed, attack speed on these two is what I'm after. I'm going to roll twice. And hope I get something good, which I kind of did do. I don't mind this. That wand. I just don't want to roll. I can't afford it. This wand goes well on him because more spell power gives more crit to everyone. So everyone really, really should be gapped. Here. Now, depending on how I go in this fight, I am either going to upgrade my bleed stacker here and then sleep to get a bit of health. And if I do poorly, I can sleep twice. Otherwise, I can go to the shop and get another relic with my engineering plans. We shall see. Now, her sustain is good enough with that alone. Don't need magic steel because of it. Max health is okay. Attack damage is useless. I'm just going to go more spell power. Get more damage out there. Yeah. Easy fight. Cora's doing that splash heal damage, so... Don't need more heals, I feel. I want more damage. I'm going to do... I think I'm going to go to the shop. So I'm going to roll once so that one character can die to the boss. Because if two die anyway, we've lost. And I cannot roll again, so these are all absolutely useless. So I'll grab the one thing that's not complete garbage. And can I get a third passive on you? I can't, but I'm going to put my points in anyway. And then what do you have to offer for a passive swap? Useless, useless. Attack speed for mana is not that great, and that's okay with this girl. And that ability is kind of useless, so that's quite good because she's regenerating quite quickly with the relic or her ability. And adding spell power is not nothing. But what were we saying before? Yeah, these two are quite a good swap because we want crit chance on her attack because that means more heal, and then we want aether damage plus burn on him because he's got this which does aether damage. So aether, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And then we'll go to the shop. We'll buy one. We don't need to talk about it, guys. I'm ashamed. I am. Alright, well, I want the cape. I want this bit attack speed. Oh my goodness. I just wasted... I put 3 points on someone who didn't level, and I missed out on my relic. Playing too quickly. So, attack speed's good here. Can I have anything else to fuse? We do. So we can put this cape on this. So now she is just laying down the absolute insane amount of bleed. She is now our bleed character. This is all self-perpetuating. Unfortunately, her damage here scales with bleed. So this is it. She's done. I wouldn't change a thing about her other than hopefully being able to give her the green versions of the base items. And what else? This doesn't do anything, so we actually don't need any more base items. We just need the heirlooms. Here, it's okay to split everyone up because these things don't attack. You just need to kill them as quickly as possible. So, let's go. They submit some green stuff in the middle, which is like a damage over time, a dot. So you need to kill them quickly, and then after you've killed them, the boss comes into the middle. And I hope she taunts. Yeah, so the bear taunted before they could kill Nalua, which is good. And we're healing really quickly, so that fight was a cakewalk. So that item would have been good on Nalua, but it's too late now because she's stacked up. We can consider that on Cora, because she's got 9 mana regen, so that's 90 spell power, and if we just get her more mana regen, I've convinced myself. If we get more mana regen, then we get more spell damage and she's kind of finished as well. So what I like to look at with these, this is obviously good because we're a crit-based team. This is bad minions, we don't need this shield. But if we have someone with max mana that would actually benefit from it, so in this case, it's these two. He has no spell power. It's only 7. I'm gonna go just Tentacle. Fits in well with what we're doing. Now, we go to shop if we have 3 trophies. So we can go this path here for 3 relics and 2 exclamation marks, which is what I'm gonna do. It does miss out on a fireplace, but we can choose to divert here. So we can go up here, there, and we can make a split decision to get more healing here or go to the shop to get another relic. I love this game, I love this game. In there, and we'll go. Cool. Just watching these numbers fly up is so satisfying. And I actually don't think we have a weak unit. Like, everyone fits in really well, everyone has a role and purpose. He's cool because he actually shields himself, so he's somewhat tanky. 21 each by these is kind of interesting as well. So this is our opportunity to switch out these 2 items, which haven't, so 1, 2, 3. And I'm actually going to go the caster's cloak, because that is a little bit less health. Oh, no, it's the same health, but just mana regen, so it means we can cast our attack ability more frequently. And I don't care, because I'm not going to use any of them, so... Cool, cool. And see, this is why Dino Skull is so powerful, because our whole team has a 3rd passive, and we have leftover trophies. So it just means like you get to your end game faster, and typically I find I'm like where I die is that like early game anyway, so it's nice to get stronger quicker. These are all kind of useless. What's her attack? So her attack power is not nothing. Attack speed doesn't need to go up. We're not really relying on that for anything. Although it does actually mean she attacks more. And she is scaling. Okay, I'm going to get ultimate victory because it's going to scale up their attack. And then that means they can do more than just cast their spell. Huh, I wish. Does he have a free spot? Oh, she does. Bingo bongo. And I love that because, I'll show in a second. Layla now has -2 max HP. Minus 2 max mana, sorry. So she's got 2 of these helmets, which brings us down. So I mean, she's going to be casting a lot more, but also dealing 50% max HP. Which is great. So 1,000 damage every cast, and she's casting more because of these. So, yeah, cool combo. And can we give anyone a 3rd ability? No, everyone has a 3rd ability, so let's see if we can upgrade any of them. So we off Layla, we can get rid of this Omnicrit because I don't think it does much. We're not dealing shock, so that's useless. These 2 are good on her. These 2 are good on him. These 2 are good on him, and these 2 are okay. Like, that's not great on her. Every crit get a water elemental. I'm going to do that for fun. I'm not sure it's very beneficial. I think it adds... I think water elementals just attack. So I might just put that on her and see if that does anything special. I'd actually like to, can I check that here? So, no. No. All right. Okay. Relic. Useless because we don't really do much. Frost. Oh, do a little. Spell buff gains, alright. I really like Mystical Algos. I'm not sure what it synergizes with, really. So, I'll do a quick scour. Every 2 seconds, so it'd be every second she'd get twice as much mana regen. Every 2 seconds he applies bleed to everyone. every 2 seconds she gets like a teensy bit of shield. I don't think really that's relevant. I'm gonna choose it and see if there's anything I don't care to keep, and it's this shielding thing. It's doing barely nothing with our team passive, so I'm happy with that. And then we can upgrade Cora's necklace here. But first, let's take a look if there's anything here. Oh! Yep, so we want both of these, and we can afford both of them too. I would like the necklace, but we can't get all 3. So this dishes out stuns based on the bleed on the enemy, and also just gives everyone 5 bleed. This is attack speed per bleed, which is nuts on either one of these two, especially because of the hammers. So this I have to get. I think I get both these items. I know it'd be nice to upgrade these items here, but I don't think it's worth it based on the benefit we just got from those two. They're nuts. So if we go here, so we want attack speed on our archer, because now he's going to be playing more bleed because he's holding the bleed item. As for this doesn't really matter who you put it on. So someone who's got open slots. So it's just going to go on Cora. And I'll just note, this says every 5 seconds, which does benefit from our mystical hourglass. So I am happy. And I think our team's done. I think we just now go as quick as we can to the finish line and wrap this up. Yeah, he should now become our best unit. That's cool. All that ethereal damage because of those 2 items that we were holding. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to do no thought speedrun. Yeah, that's good there. We really don't, like, unless we see a really cool, like, legendary item, nothing much is going to improve. Because they've all capped out on shield. We've got enough damage to defeat the final one. I think we've got enough scaling as well. Oh, yes. You love to see it. 20% attack speed for nearly nothing. And then after this fight, we need to make the decision if we're diverging or not. This is a little tricky because the tank can't actually keep everyone. So I'll get the tank to get these 3. This Cora can get him with a bit of shield, and then I'll get mate Gerald to tank on this one. And then we've also got 25 trophies to play around with, but I'm not going to make the same mistake and spend them and miss out on another relic from the shop if we do decide to go to the shop. The Aura gains healing received, which would be cool on her, but we can't equip any more on them. I'm just going to do a couple rolls for fun. We don't need any of that. Perfect. It's crit scaling to the end, which works well on her because she does actually have Omni crit. Cool. We just made Cora into a bit of a weapon, accidentally. We don't do shock. We don't have summons. Oh, because we don't do shock, it might be nice to pick up this Thunder Tomb. So we do fire from these, frost from the armor, bleed naturally. Cool. We get just a free 20 shock to start the fight. And a free relic, because the fight's essentially free. Nah, we'll go to the shop because the exclamation mark can just be so powerful. Oh, heal 45. Why just... let's not risk anything. So we've got a mana regen or shields received. So everyone's getting shield from our team ability. We don't... and he's the only one left, but we don't need him to cast quickly because it's just a buff. That's kind of a pointless thing. It is this item though, for sure. Because then every time he crits, he's scaling further and further. So, perfect. No burn. Oh, magic and spell power, love it. The more options, the better, because it means on the final fight you can arrange your team. See how some of these are redundant because they're in the fire? Because I take these other ones, it's okay, because it means we've got more survivability. It's going to make Cora an absolute machine as well. I'm not even going to use my crowns. That's how strong I think we are. But of course, Geralt walks right into the fire zone. And interesting, we get them in a stun lock. I'm not sure why. We don't have any stun characters. It must be... Oh, it's the ring, isn't it? It's the, This ring. This ring put them in a permanent stun. That's awesome. And do we have any spots left? No, no, no. No, we're done. So, whatever. Pick a relic, hopefully somewhat relevant. Yeah, bit of max health to Layla. And then we can buy another relic here. We just need to make sure we don't kill our strategy. -2 max mana is so powerful in general. Because it just means you're casting substantially more. A little bit of attack speed, 10 attack speed to the team. Not for a sacrifice, I don't think it's worth it. I'm going to take the risky play, max mana. And nothing else here is worth it. Let's just carry on. Get this run smashed out as quickly as we can. Spell power there. Bit of survivability here. Give him the crit chances. And I might just level everyone up now because these fights are a little tougher. Oh, lifesteal. Love to see it. Magic steal. Yeah. Exactly what you need for these fights. Crit chance, because I believe, yep, she's got the ultimate casting. She doesn't have Omni crit. Scrap that. Minor regen to get her ball rolling faster. And then Marco. A question for the viewers. Does Magic Steel do anything when you've got critical forging? Because it's a buff, it doesn't do damage. But is it like, do you gain life based on how much mana? I don't know. Let's make him a little tankier. I don't think it really matters at this point. Cool. Permanent. No, near permanent stun. Not the craziest team I've had, and she's fallen right off, interestingly. I wonder why. She was one of our biggest damage dealers earlier on. Okay. Pump everyone together so they get the buff from Gerald. Yeah, see, they lose that health because of this item straight away, but they gain it back so quickly with Korra. Because everyone, if you look at our team, everyone's got ridiculous max mana now. That fight is normally pretty hard. I'm pretty happy. Okay. I don't want to put things up here because it will be in the range of these spawn. And I don't want to get anyone too close to the second hand here because what will happen here, she'll get rid of a, she'll put our bear out and then hopefully that takes both the aggro of these two here. Cool, let's go. This is going to be a quick one, hopefully. Maybe I could have gone faster at the start, I don't know. There you go, 55. After all that talking, it's still 55-minute long. Cool, ultimate victory. Love to see it. What do we have here? Yeah, some crit synergies, which are cool. All 3 crit synergies. Karina, which is a pretty cool damage dealer. Ripley, which people really like. I haven't had much luck with them yet. And then Lueko, who is another crit. So just, these are all the, yeah, these are just a whole bunch of crit items. That's cool. And I've just now realised it's because I used a crit team that it's probably unlocked some challenges. Lovely. Alright, well, thanks for watching. This brings us... Next match will be our last one before the hardest difficulty, so that's exciting. I'm going to probably rip into it right now. Cheers. Bye.